Hi, everybody. I appreciate you clicking on this presentation to watch it. My name is Lucas Roman. I've had the pleasure of working with a handful of you throughout the semester, but we hadn't really been able to exchange ideas in this type of format up until now, which is um, this is kind of a cool opportunity to be able to share some thoughts and have it being a little bit more personal. So again, thank you for clicking on this, and I'm going to go over a couple of points from our final assignment of the entire semester here, and I'm going to try to keep it concise. I've narrowed it down to two categories that I would like to discuss, and we'll go ahead and just get started. So to begin, I want to talk about the emotional intelligence process. I think that this has been an area that this semester has just shed so much light on ways that I can grow. Um, I'm so glad to have been able to partake in the emotional intelligence process, and I'm going to go over some key details about what I've taken away from it. Um, as a leader, I've learned so much about just myself, really, about the that importance of communication and empathy and being able to remain present in a conversation, be able to hear what people are saying without thinking about how you're going to respond first, staying in the moment. I've learned so much about what you give off into a room when you're amongst your coworkers or your students. This has just been huge because within leadership, people are they are looking for guidance, and by being emotionally intelligent, you're able to keep your finger on the pulse of those around you, and at the same time, keeping a finger on your own pulse as well. What am I putting out into the world right now? I'm feeling some stress. How am I able to compartmentalize those stressful feelings so that I'm able to remain focused and on task today? Um, and with regard to that, this came with some challenges. I found that uh, it's not always easy, to compartmentalize and to remain focused on the goal at hand. I found myself really working on some of those key skills that um, would help with leadership, specifically with just wanting to communicate well, wanting to be able to be concise in my thinking, and to just really move forward with a group of people. And um, challenges would come up where life happens. You run into snags, you hit road bumps every now and again. How do you recalibrate when those things happen? To be able to be the better leader that you can. So those are the challenges, but it came with growth, um, and a lot of that is thanks in part to the feedback. The feedback piece of this assignment was huge. I really appreciated the feedback that I got from my in-class partner. He was awesome, really being able to empathize with one another's uh, situations and our goals, and kind of lift each other up in that way. And even here in the school setting, my out of class partner was wonderful. I was able to get a better view of myself in my working environment. How am I putting off energy into a room? How is my word taken? Am I being mindful enough of other people's thoughts and being considerate of other people's feelings in that time? So much growth has happened in that regard. Just being able to kind of step outside of myself and look at how things have gone professionally here in my own school. I think that that's been huge. It's built some strong relationships as well, and I feel like I've grown immensely just ever since August. Honestly, I think it's been great. Um, Being able to make informed decisions with regard to emotional intelligence. Um, Again, being able to keep your finger on the pulse of those around you, your community, the people you work with, your students. It's going to lead to better decision making rather than just staying completely task oriented. we're going to do XYZ because XYZ. You've got other things to consider. It gives you better informed decision-making skills. For instance, if you want to delegate a task that does not align with a grade level's current scope and goals and things that they have in place, there's going to be some friction there. How can you communicate well enough to be able to find that compromise? And just how can you relate with those that are in charge of those roles that are going to be getting shifted into possibly different roles? So again, being emotionally intelligent and really working on that process is only going to make those decision-making pieces of leadership easier as time goes on. And last but not least, continued growth with regard to emotional intelligence. This is huge for me. This is, I mean, even outside of the course, I've wanted this to happen. I want to be the better person I can be, you know. And with that in mind, my personal goal is to continue working on what I worked on in the EI project, kind of focusing on those goals. I will be taking that post-test once the time comes after the 6 months mark. Even things like therapy are huge, you know, being able to clear out the clutter, remain focused, stay in the moment. Those are things that I am personally going to continue to utilize to be the better me I can be, especially in the leadership role. So that leads us to my next topic here, which is the leadership philosophy. All of these things are linked together like a puzzle, you know. So you've got your leadership philosophy. Mine in module 2, I have a list of what I thought to be most important. It was collaboration, community, challenge, diverse perspectives, and professional development, personal development. And I would argue that my philosophy has remained the same since. With that in mind, one thing that has changed is that my idea of community is much more broad now. It's outside the school. I see it as narrowing focus into working with individualized families and getting to know the neighborhoods, the community, the businesses around you, and integrating all of it into the greater whole so that we can all be focused on student success. My philosophy will change as time goes on, just like it did in my undergrad with my philosophy of education. It's the nature of philosophy. You tend to strengthen your views on what's important. Your methodology kind of gets refined and honed in on, and so I look forward to the changing of my philosophy, even if it's just tweaking the idea of one of those categories, just to kind of refine it a little bit more, define it better. And I think that it's incredibly important to remain true to those core beliefs that I started with. You know, why am I in this position? I want the best for children. I want the best for students, and keeping that right here locked in at all times, number one focus. That's how I plan on staying true to those beliefs and being the best I can be and helping my community in any way I can. All right, guys, I'm right there at the time limit here. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this presentation. I hope that you have a wonderful break. You guys deserve it now, and it's been a wonderful semester. Thank you to all of you that are part in this class, and yeah, hopefully I'll have some classes with you in the future. All right, take care. Thanks again for watching.